I'm content creator Cori Walmsley. I empower women entrepreneurs by sharing book writing and publishing solutions on my show, Page Turner's Studio with Cori. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Page Turner Studio with Cori. I'm your host, Cori Walmsley. I'm a writing coach, author of 10 books, and I run Aurora Coriolis Publishing. And today we're going to talk about how to empower with our experiences with holistically fit specialist Sally Estlin. And I'm very excited to meet Sally because Sally is part of our media network. So I'm excited to introduce you to her as well. And I'm going to go ahead and, we got to talk about books, right? So, I'm going to tell you about my newest book that just came out. This is The Treasures We Seek. It's about a woman who's overcoming some challenges in her life. She ends up going with her best friend to Italy on an archaeological dig, and she discovers a lot more as she's digging within herself as well as within the earth. So you need to check this out. This is going to be a great spring or summer read. Pick up a copy at the link right below me. And of course, if you're thinking about books, everybody needs to write a book, right? Make sure you get one of our cute little journals. These are 200 pages, and they feature artwork that my daughter or I have painted. So this one's my daughter's, and the rest of them are mine. They fit in your pocket, in your car, in your purse, wherever you need to stick a little notebook so you can get it out and jot down all those fabulous ideas. So we're going to go ahead and bring Sally in and introduce her. Sally is based in Melbourne, Australia. She's the owner of Sally Estlin, Self-Empowered Lifestyles, and founder of Empowered Clothing, Holistically Fit, and the co-founder of EmpowerZen. So she is one busy lady. So welcome to the show, Sally.
Hi, Cori. Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on. It's great to finally get to talk with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. That's what I love about, Zoom and all these different platforms. You can be anywhere in the world, and here we are.
I know. It's fantastic. We don't have to like hop on a plane and try to schedule a coffee. Yeah. So I wanted to kick things off talking about your journal. So this is the Wellness Mindset Journal. And did you have a copy of it with you? Yes.
Yeah, it's a 30-day wellness mindset journal. I put it together because my clients knew little bits and pieces about mindfulness, and I thought, well, let's put it all together under one space. And so it's 30 days. It's got structure plus not structure, so empty pages just to jot down ideas and just literally journal out of your head, because the power of pen to paper, or just every day tapping in to sort of shift and lift your energy, because that's what I do, is work with energy. So to shift and lift it to be in a more positive mindset. What are you so grateful about? Positive things that have happened, how you're feeling, how are your stress levels, that sort of thing. So yeah, and as you know, journaling is so important, right?
Right. Yeah. Is that something that you just recommend, or is this something that you do as an activity with your clients?
A bit of both. With some clients, I say, look, take this, because it takes 21 to 28 days roughly to change behaviors and habits. And so just by thinking in a more positive way, within a month, you're already starting to shift from this more negative Nancy sort of mindset into more of a Pollyanna, looking at the positives of every experience.
Yeah, I love that. I know anytime that I've done journaling with my coaches, I've always had these amazing ahas that it's like, I would not have come up with that if I hadn't been forced to sit down and actually write out my thoughts.
Because you're bringing it up and out, and
Mhm.
it's energy, right? So you're releasing all this creativity inside of you.
I love that. Yeah, so I want to share your impactful page turner share. Every experience in life has a silver lining, and it's from these learnings that we deepen our personal growth and understanding. So, was there like a point where you came to this realization yourself, or is this something that you kind of grew into?
Oh, absolutely. I think I've lived the experience, and that's my essence or superpower, if you like, of
Mhm.
working with other people, because I've been down that path. But, from every perceived positive or negative experience, there's learnings to be had. And so
Mhm.
when we realize that there is a silver lining out of every, perceived negative or challenge that you've had, there's learnings, because we're here to learn along the way. And that gives us deeper personal understanding and personal growth and healing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's important to look at things that way too, because especially when we're going through a lot of things that are really frustrating, it can feel
Mhm.
like, we're just getting hit in the head with a brick all the time. But If we
Mm.
step back
Yeah.
yes, exactly. If we step back and we say, "Okay, what can I learn from this?" At
Yeah.
least I feel like it's a lot less painful to look at it that way.
Oh, it's part of your deeper growth, right? And it's absolutely, there's so many positives out of perceived negatives, absolutely, and that's what I do in the journal, take
Yeah.
a perceived negative situation and look at 3 positives out of it.
Yeah, I love that. Um, yeah, so I wanted to talk about your being a page turner tip.
Mhm.
Journaling helps to bring things up and out, to shift the energy from within us, the power of putting pen to paper. So tell me more about this one.
Yeah, so that's what we sort of just tapped on a little bit. It's
Mhm.
just when we hold on to things and contain them inside, energetically, it's like putting a lid on it. And then when you allow it to come up, so either verbalizing it or literally the power of pen to paper. So, yes, we can type it into our computers, but physically writing, energetically, you're releasing those pent up emotions or those thoughts. And so you're releasing it from the body because we're emotional beings. So we
Mhm.
don't want to keep a tap on it. We don't want to amplify some of these more negative emotions. We want to release them. So putting journaling is a great way to release these pent up emotions.
Mhm. Is there a limit to how far back we can release emotions? Or, I mean, can we pull up stuff that's 30, 40 years old by journaling?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So much stuff is from our childhood, right? And, bless our parents, but they only knew what they knew from their parents, etc. And
Mhm.
as a kid, what if it happened to us now? We go, oh, it wouldn't be a big thing. But as kids, it impacts us in a much greater way. And so
Mhm.
let's just release that. There's so many old limiting beliefs and things like that we're hanging on to. It's time to like revisit them and go, oh my gosh, they're not valid anymore, and let them go because so many of us are held back by our old limiting beliefs.
Yeah. Personally, how does this impacted your life?
Like, I wouldn't be the person I was today if I hadn't had all of these challenges and then also released a lot of the stuff that I was connecting with them. Forgiveness is a huge thing, right? Because
Yeah.
we can hang on to stuff from the past, and really the only person we're hurting is ourselves. So if you can get over this forgiveness line of forgiving people and experiences and things that have happened to us, and just with love, grace, and just release them, right? Just let it go because I'd be a mess if I hung on to all the stuff that I used to hang on to. The past probably 15 years has been the making of me, and that's probably
Yeah.
been the toughest challenges in my life at the same time.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're
So I
welcome.
want to share the turn the page with Cori tip. What we learn from our journey are the gifts we give to others when we share our story. Is
Mm,
this something you've experienced? Because I know you have your journal, but then you also have some other books that you've participated in. Um,
yeah.
has that been something that you've gone through, sharing your gift?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I've really lived everything that, and I feel and for a lot of us, that's our pure essence, is being able to understand where other people are at because we've been down that path ourselves. And so sharing our journey and it just inspires other people and motivates them and realize that they're not on their own, that it's,
Mhm.
other people get them. And that's really important because when people don't get you, you feel very lonely and isolated. And it's, bringing connection together, that collaboration, that community feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's always interesting when people are sharing their stories, how others will step up and say, "You know what? That's
Yeah.
familiar to me."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I love books, right? It's just I learn so much. I'm like a sponge, always learning and absorbing. And that's why I love doing these sort of podcasts because we're talking to people about our experiences.
Yeah, I love that. Um, so I want to share the make an impact with Corey tip. When we feel stuck trying to get our thoughts out, that's an opportunity to do something else creative to shake things up and then try again.
Mm.
Are there things that you like to do, like when you're trying to get your thoughts out, if you feel kind of stuck, what do you do?
Absolutely. I have lots of rituals, but my main one is get outside walking in nature. When
Mhm,
you're walking, you're releasing the stress, you're connecting back to basics, you're getting out of the chaos of your head and
mhm.
just finding that downtime, and then everything flows. My other great time is first thing in the morning. Don't touch the phone. Have half an hour before you start getting into that energy, and sitting in the shower and just allow things to flow. That's my perfect time, morning time and walking out in nature.
Yeah. Yeah, I always love walking, in the summer, like, we were talking before the show. It's actually summer, it's like summer weather where Sally is, and where I am, we're just starting into spring, so it's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit here, so I'm thinking, like, Yeah, I'm gonna still be wearing a coat and tennis shoes and everything when I go outside, but I enjoy that too, like going out and just clearing my head, and I find
Yep.
that, like, when I walk, I have to actively be like, "Stop thinking about work. Stop thinking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
whatever's bothering me." Do you go through that too?
Oh, absolutely, and so that's when I listen to these type of shows. I stick in my
Mm,
AirPods and just go off and just completely get immersed in stories and listening to inspiring things. I just it's so powerful, and it just breaks up the energy, and I employ everybody to give it a go every day. Make it a part of your routine.
yeah, yeah. Um, I wanna mention too, a couple other things that I like to do, dancing,
Ooh.
coloring.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that as adults, we don't color nearly enough, and my kids actually got me an adult coloring book. Yes, something
Yeah,
like
I
that
put
for
down
Christmas.
colours in my journal. Yes, so, so helpful, right? To
Yeah,
just connect in there, yeah.
yeah, and it's like it's so funny because you'll sit and, like, really get into it, and I find that everything just kinda clears out, and then I'm able to go back to my work, and I have clear thoughts, I can focus again.
Yeah, so power everything is energy, right? And so it's just resetting your energy by doing that, cutting it out, just stopping where you're at and reset.
Yeah. So, as a holistically fit specialist, I did wanna ask you, what exactly is that?
So, I actually have, I think you tipped on it before, my finger in so many pies. So I've got a clothing line,
Yeah.
excuse me. I do podcasts, I do energy healings, and I have an EmpowerZen community. So it's becoming fit on every level, mind, body, and soul. And I'm also a personal trainer. So it's my gym was called Holistically Fit, or it still is. And it's about getting fit on all levels. And that's why journaling helps you do that. So if you don't use a muscle, you lose it, right? Move it or lose it. And it's not just your physical body, it's your mental, it's emotional, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, we're holistic beings, and so we're looking after every element of ourselves, our mind, our body, and our soul. Yeah, there's my clothing range.
Yeah. Yeah, I was flipping through trying to find that. Those are such wonderful tank tops. I had read them. I can't read them now, but can you tell me, like, what you have on them?
So yes, that's the chakra clothing range, and that's workout wear for women committed to their well-being. There's race back singlets and then long sleeve ones. They're made out of bamboo. Part of my strong values was sustainability and ethical manufacturing. So these are bamboo tops, and they are chakra colors. Aligning with each chakra, there's a healing a crystal that comes with it that has aligns with the healing properties of that chakra. And on the front are empowering statements and affirmations, because where your attention goes, your energy flows. So let's just it's about dressing with intent. So really stepping into your energy sphere more powerfully. So, the purple one there in the picture says, I choose to be connected. So that's your crown chakra. Today, I choose to love, which is your heart chakra. So it's all about the love today, Corey.
Yeah, I love that.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that there was that much of a connection. Usually it's like, "Oh, beautiful colors," but I love that.
Yeah, well, every day you get dressed and you wanna
Mhm.
get dressed with intent. So what if you
Yeah,
dressed into the energy that you're wanting to call in? So if be it love or empowerment or connection or creativity, which is your sacral chakra, or if you just wanna be really grounded and anchored in because
yeah,
you've gotta focus. So you wear the red one, the base chakra. I choose to
yeah.
be anchored.
I love that. That's incredibly cool. Well, thank you so much for being on today. You shared so many wonderful things with us. Um, it was just wonderful having you on the show today, Sally.
Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. As you mentioned before, it's pretty hot here. It's 100 degrees, so I'm
It's
just about to go and hit the beach for a swim, baby.
nice. Well, you enjoy that, and, thank you for being on.
Yeah, very grateful. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks. Well, that was another amazing episode of Page Turner Studio with Cori. Make sure that you join us again next week. We're on every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, and we will have another amazing guest. So make sure you join us and have a Page Turner's Day. You can learn more about my services and products at auroracorealispublishing.com. Make sure to join me every week on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.